This is episode 200. Whoa. I'm your host, Ben, and we are first picking a Hellspur Posse Boss. I haven't played with this card yet because it's literally day one of the format. How many uncommons are in this pack? All right, we've got Miriam, Gem Lightfoot, Gold Rush, Lively Dirge. I haven't played with these. Ionize is a great card, but this is monocolor. It's just a good creature. It makes a bunch of bodies. Gives up their Outlaws haste. Yeah, I'm going to slam that. I have gotten to play with Miriam. I had a green-white mounts deck, and that deck seemed pretty great as long as you have the pieces. Sort of reminded me of like the blue-green Scry deck. If you're the only one in that seat, yeah, you can get a pretty great deck. But Hellspur Posse Boss just says, put me in a red deck, you're going to win. Oh, I love Make Your Own Luck. It has nothing to do with the Hellspur Posse Boss, but all right, we've got a Nimble Brigand. This card is pretty great. You do need to be committing crimes. Forsaken Miner, if we wanted to go into like a black-red sort of, what is it, outlaw sack vector, black-red can work with that with the Miner. Clear Shot, wow, we kind of have our pick of the options here. Clear Shot, which is just a great green removal spell. This is always a blowout, using it in combat. It's sort of like, it's basically just paying one extra mana for throw from the saddle to make it instant speed. Unless you're using it with a mount. Man, Make Your Own Luck, too, is so sweet. Lone Shark. All right, I haven't gotten to try the Brigand. I think we could probably do some crimes, draw some cards. Forsaken Miner seems good, but from what I've played in this format so far, it seems to be you got to be drawing cards, you got to be going big, got to be killing stuff, interacting. I don't know if there's time to dawdle with sack stuff yet. All right, we've got one last job. What does this do? Turns like a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, so at base it's a 5-mana reanimated creature. Return a mount, and then return an aura or equipment. This is almost something you want to play in like a black-green deck, or like a green-white deck. I mean, it's clearly meant for green-white with the mounts and vehicles. What's Magebane Lizard? Never play cast. Okay, so like a Storm Hate card. No thanks. Not really interested. Tyrant Scorn seems good. Oh, there is a Spinewoods Paladin. This card's awesome. 5 mana 4, 5/4 plot for 4. Cactarantula has been nice. Tyrant Scorn's a nice removal spell. I would like to play red. Oh, there is a Prickly Pear. This card just seems like a great, just a great rate. It works well with the Hellspur Posse Boss. Doesn't do anything fancy. I'm just going to attempt to cut red a little bit. We're sort of seeing it dry up. If I can make sure I get red in pack 2, that would be nice. Yeah. I would like to play red as right now two of my good cards are red. Turn the favor. Oh, this is the weird redirect thing. There is a Ride Down. That is a great red-white card. I haven't really seen other good white stuff, though. There's another Lone Shark. I like that one a lot. Shoot the Sheriff. Classic, good removal. Back for More, another big black-green reanimate card. I kind of like the Ride Down here. I kind of want to try this red-white Mercenaries deck out. There's also a Rustler Rampage. It doesn't seem the best. Funny enough, this lets you target player or target creature, so you can commit a crime with that. I'm going to spec on this Ride Down. Shoot the Sheriff is another option, too. These are very similar cards. I'm going to take the Ride Down, see if red-white can be a thing. Of course, now we get a pack with 0 white cards in it and a couple black cards. Yeah, cool. Kellen joins up is not really for this deck. Not really what I'm trying to do here. I don't know. We are seeing Spinewoods Paladins just going around. I really like this card. Nimble Brigand, I mean, we have an Emergent Haunting here, but that's better in blue-white. It supports that vector a little more. I mean, the Hellspur Posse Boss really wants us to be turning things sideways. I think I just like the Spinewoods Paladin out of this pack. Pyromancers is pretty cool. I mean, yeah, there's some good stuff here. Blue-black does kind of seem to be flowing. So does green. Honestly, white and red seem the most cut off. I think I need to move on a non-red color. And of the cards in this pack, I like the Paladin the most. Oh, wow. Take back everything I said, except for the part about blue-black being open, because Siphon Insight is pretty good. But there's another Prickly Pear and a Longhorn Sharpshooter. This card's sick. 2 in a red, 3/3 reach. When you plot it, it deals 2 damage to any target. So, yeah, the plot cost is expensive, But it's sort of like a delayed Flame Tongue Kavu. I mean, just dealing 2 to any target, this can shock your opponent to death, or you snipe a 2/2 or something. Yeah, I'm going to take that. Trick Shot. 6 to target creature, 2 to a token. No. Take up the shield. Good white card. There is this red removal spell here. I don't know. I haven't drafted red-white. This is literally day 1 of the format. This is my first best of 3 drafts. I did a couple best of 1 at the gym earlier. They were fine. Nothing super excited. Haven't gotten a trophy yet, so that's what I'm hoping to do here. And if there's one sort of deck I like getting trophies with, it's red-white beaters. Especially early in the format, while people don't really know just how big and over the top you can go. Maybe it's time for a little bit of fun police to come in. Wow, so many prickly pears going around. I mean, Sterling Supplier, Humiliate, Tiny Bones joins up. Nice art by Wiley Beckert. Usually some of the best art in every set is by Wiley Beckert. Let's go with that prickly pear. Honestly, it's just a baby Hellspur Posse Boss, right? I'm going pretty wide here. I wouldn't mind an overrun effect. Yeah, this is sort of what I was afraid of. It does feel like other people are drafting red and white, but we just keep getting good red and white cards, so... I mean, none of these cards seem particularly good. Overzealous Muscle, Boneyard Desecrator. Lively Dirge is a good card, at least. Let's take that in case we open some sort of mono black bomb. These sorts of cards like Steer Clear, deal damage to an attacking or blocking creature, are not the best in a red-white beatdown deck. I don't know. We'll take the Duelist. This can close out a game if it goes long. It also guarantees that I'm committing a crime. I don't know if I'm... I could see moving into blue-red. If I open a blue bomb in this next pack, then I'll be glad that I have the Brigand and the Duelist. I don't know. You can play Jeskai even. I think playing 3-color in this set is a thing you can do. Anytime there's tapped common dual lands, you can play 3 colors, or at least splash around a little bit. Don't forget my Spinewoods Paladin. Guess we'll go with the Cactarantula. I think it's the best card in that pack by a lot. This card's pretty great. You do want to play it with Deserts to get that 1 mana reduction. Cast it for 5. Return the Favor. I don't know. I don't think this is... I could see a blue-red double spelling deck where it does something cool every once in a while, but... Alright, take the Overzealous Muscle... Okay, so we had a great card, but this pack didn't go all that well. We definitely want to be in red, but our second color... Wow, Siphon Insight Wield. We're about to get some insight into our second color. Notion Thief. But also Slick Shot Show Off, so... this card seems sweet. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets 2/0 until end of turn. We don't have that many of those. We have like a Ride Down, Take Up the Shield. That's something. Emperor Vigilante, Notion Thief. This is from the bonus sheet, right? The special guests. It's a shame that we're not anywhere close to putting this in a deck. And funny enough, it seems like blue-black might kind of be open, but we are nowhere close to that. Maybe we'll wheel that one too. I'm going to try the Show Off, and then we'll see if we can get some more non-creature spells. Again, we could just be blue-red here. Like, Marauding Sphinx is good too. Don't love this one. Omenport Vigilante. We don't really have a lot of ways to commit crimes yet. Enduring Light. Yeah, there's some fine stuff. Let's just take the Show Off. Delay the choice. Well, here's a payoff for making 1,000,000 creatures. And our deck can make 1,000,000 creatures. We have double Prickly Pear. Hellspur Posse Boss makes 3 creatures by itself. I think it'd be kind of ridiculous to take anything else here. Kenyan Crab. This is sort of a payoff for the blue-red spells deck. Like it's happy if you're in that deck, and at its best if you're not casting spells during your turn. But look, like we're beating down with Prickly Pears. Of course we're casting spells during our turn. Kenyan Crab into Prickly Pear seems awful. So Sheriff of Safe Passage though. Probably gonna be like a 3-mana 5/5 in this deck. Yeah. Pest Control. Pretty great against this deck, but there is a Thunder Salvo here. This is just a 2-mana deal somewhere between 2 and 4 damage. In this deck, it could be easily 3, 4 damage. Probably not 5. We don't have that many ways to plot yet, but also pairs pretty well with the show off. We're kind of approaching mono red here. We've really delayed this choosing a second color pretty far, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I'm kind of happy with that. Let's just slam the salvo. Pest control. I played red-white Convoke in both Standard and Pioneer, so not super happy to know that that card exists. But hey, black-white decks tend to be bad anyway. What is happening? Am I DC'd? Uh-oh. Oh, hey, we're back. Roadrunner. Pack 2, pick 5. What did we miss? We got a... What did they give us? Anything? Anything good? Okay. I guess we'll roll with that. Missed what? Just one pick there? Okay. We roll with the punches. We got an esoteric duplicator. That's... Yeah. Huh, okay. Well, now if we if we happen to open Mindslaver, we can go infinite. Hypothesizzle. Wolverine. Kind of should try this Wolverine out here. Oh, the Griffin seems pretty good too, though. I feel like the aggro decks will need some sort of card advantage here. Let's try the Wolverine. Of course, a red-white rare that's not actually that good. It's High Noon. Prosperity Tycoon, that seems what this deck wants to be doing. There is another Wolverine. I could use another beefy, multi-creature making thing. Fling. Oh, man. Our Brimstone Roundup. When you cast your second spell each turn, make a 1/1 mercenary with... Huh. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, you get a guy. Seems pretty great, but are we drawing cards? Can we really support this? Whereas Fling... Oh, no, they take up the shield, too. Yeah, it's probably smarter. Fling is kind of funny, though. Could just end the game with that. Probably don't want to Conduit Pylons. I'll take a Lonely Arroyo, just in case I pick up something blue. Oh, look, nice. I want a Griffin. Quick draw. We're sort of loading up on combat tricks here. Peddler seems pretty good. Rummage away a land in the late game. All right, we've got some stuff. We could use a couple, well, I was about to say rares. Void Slime is not what we're looking for. We could use a little bit of power in this deck. Let's say that. Maybe a nice red-white bomb of some sort. Right now our deck looks like this. Get that Siphon Insight out of there. 12 creatures, 4 non-creatures. Yeah, it's going pretty well. We just need to pick up a little bit of power. Archive Trap is not quite the power I had in mind. Malcolm the Eyes is not either. It's a good card. 2 mana, 2/2 Flying Haste. What does Magebane Lizard do? Oh, it's a 1/4? Yeah, I already read that. Man, have we whiffed? Mind Raider? Is this the best card in the pack for us? Armored Armadillo does not really go well in a red-white beatdown deck. I guess it's Mind Raider. I mean, are we going to have Outlaws? Assassin, Mercenary, Rogue. Yeah, we're going to have Outlaws. It's either that or we take some gems, right? Blood Hustler. This card has been really good. Like, scary on turn 2 pretty much every time. Yeah, I was hoping for a bit more of a bomb. Honestly, I wouldn't mind another Hellspur Posse Boss. This deck could use a big finisher, like a dragon. Is that too much to ask, getting past the dragon? We did not get past the dragon. We got past Omen Path Journey. Pretty far from what we're looking for. Bovine Intervention. Not what we're trying to do. I like Helicourser here. This seems like a nice way to get card advantage into the mid to late game. Nice that we have Take Up the Shield. It pairs really well with this. I mean, they have to block it, or I'm just going to keep drawing cards off of it. Fierce Retribution destroys an attacking creature. Not really what a beatdown deck wants to do. And Vraska joins up. Obviously, just not what we're doing. We could use some more non-creature spells. We're a little low on removal. We have the Ride Down, the Thunder Salvo, the 2 Take Up the Shields, which are pretty great with our Slick Shot Show-Off. Oh, perfect. A Journey to Nowhere. That's a powerful card and some removal, so we will slam the Journey to Nowhere. This thing is nuts. It's just an Oblivion Ring for 2 mana. Well, I guess it only hits creatures, but, you know, that's what you tend to hit anyway. What have we got? Murder. Lawbringer. Intimidation campaign. Blue-black stuff is flowing. Stagecoach security. I haven't minded this card. It is a bit of an overrun, and we do sort of need a way to, you know, go super wide. Then again, there's another Thunder Salvo. And with this few removal spells, I think we kind of just have to pick it up. We'll probably wheel... Oh, there's an Explosive Derailment, too. I actually like this a little more. It's just guaranteed to deal 4, and maybe you can snipe an artifact, too. I think we'll wheel one of Sentry, Salvo, or even the Lackey. Let's just take the Derailment here. Ooh, there's a Roadrunner. There's a Bounding Felidar. I liked this card in the Mounts deck when I tried it out earlier. Another Derailment. I sort of like the Roadrunner. This is just some late game ability to get damage through. They probably want to have something with haste, right? Riku of Many Paths is... Why does it say modal? I thought that was slang. I don't know that was an actual word. Heartless Pillage. Now, let's just go with the Roadrunner. Roadrunner number 2. Wow, another Derailment? Another deal 4? Brimstone Roundup. Plotting for 3 just... I don't think a red-white aggressive deck like this can afford to take that off. Like, just to take the turn off to do that. I think we do want one more kill spell. Let's take another Derailment. Ooh, skewer the critics. Nice. We are going to be skewering our opponents here. Wouldn't mind Highway Robbery. Quill Charge is a little slow. The Robbery is pretty good. Just make sure you don't flood out in the late game. And we're sort of looking like a 16-lander. We need one more playable for that to happen. Oh, actually, and Abraded Buffs makes that, or Bluffs makes that a little better. Wow. Lila, Jolene coming around this late. I guess red-green would have worked out after all. But we just didn't see that many, like we didn't pass any good green rares or anything. We saw that Mythic go by, but that didn't do anything. I think I want to take the Bluffs here. Makes me feel a little bit better about playing a 16-lander. And then our next couple cards, we'll definitely be able to pick up one more playable. There's that Wheel Pack we were talking about earlier. Well, not this one. Wow, Cactus Folk Sure Shot going this late. Yeah, no, the only good green cards we picked up were the Cacturantula and the Spinewoods Paladin. I feel pretty good about the white in this deck. This is looking like a majority. I mean, this is almost mono red. And I like that we have no double white pips. We just have some good white combat tricks, a Sheriff, Tycoon, one a Griffin. Yeah, I mean, this is looking like a base red, just beat him down deck. I kind of want my last card to be Strong Supplier. No, that doesn't really do anything. We'll take the gems. I kind of wouldn't mind the Goblin Lackey in this deck, just to chip in some damage. Pairs well with Take Up the Shield. A 2/3 first strike attackers is pretty good. We have the Discerning Peddler. That'll help us too. Yeah. I guess I could play a Trick Shot. Oh, we wield them both? We have plenty of kill spells, and these things do get worse in multiples. Well, kinda. I think I actually want to try the Lackey here. I wanted the Overrun effect to wheel. Wow, we wheeled a Derailment. Alright, Trick Shot definitely not being played now. Nice. So this is interesting. We almost have a spells package that would fit better in a blue-red deck, but we just have a bunch of good beaters for red-white. So, here we are. Lands, I do like 16 for a deck with such a low curve. 16 creatures seems pretty good. Are there any non-creature spells that are... I mean, these are 3 mana. Is this just too expensive? There are some beefy creatures in this format. Things that do just have to die. Mind Raider is just kind of junky. Can I cut that? Get on to 15 creatures. With this many things that depend on creatures, like the Take Up the Shields and the Ride Down, I don't love going down to 15. And ultimately here I am just trying to go as wide as possible and then just overwhelm my opponent with, you know, damage and tricks and such. This deck, time to do like a nice little hello deck segment here. This is really useful if you want to make sure you understand how your deck wins the game. So, hello deck, we're going to say, how do you win the game? Well, I think this deck wins the game by attacking with 5 creatures. My opponent's board is probably nearly empty. They're at a sub 10 life total because I've been attacking them. So I need to make sure I have the ability to hit the board early and then keep attacking, stuff like my Roadrunner. Do I ever want a handful of removal spells in a deck like that? No. I want to make sure I have enough creatures. I think I'm either cutting a... I think I'm cutting a Derailment. These things... Maybe that's just ridiculous. We have Thunder Salvo, a Duelist, the Courser. We have a Skewer, but we're usually going to be dealing them damage. I kind of like this. This is a nice little deck here, actually. 16 lands, more red sources because, we do have mostly. We never really need white on turn 2, do we? Could this be going up to something like that? 7 white sources? I don't mind that. Yeah, we never actually really need white until... Well, I guess we could plot Sheriff on turn 2. But even this casting it for 3 on turn 6 or something isn't that bad. That's the point where we're starting to end the game. Yeah, I think this is a deck here. Cool. All right, before we get into a game, this is Draft Chaff episode 200. What? That is nuts. That's 200 episodes of pure total nonsense. People getting worse at limited. Like, comment, and subscribe, all the usuals. They're all 200 episodes worth of them. Wow. Before we get into anything else, housekeeping. We got to talk some bounties, and then a little bit about our 200th chaff. As always, patrons, thank you. Y'all the best. Stickers. They're being shipped to me, and then I'll have those sent out. And start keeping an eye out for any uncommons that are seeming like Draft Chaff heroes for this next set. I have a couple ideas, but it's week 1, so for me it's literally day 1. And of course, hop in the Discord if you're not there already. Especially so that you can join the bounty board, because that's honestly been taken off and it's been great. Got a Teferi and a Tybalt this week. Teferi, why is it like that? Teferi is that there's a new set out today, which is always a great time for Magic players. Pre-release went pretty well. I played in 2 of them. Now, I did go 0-4 in games, so 0-2 drop in my first one. I had a fun time, though. Wore a cowboy outfit and everything. The second day, I had a much more pleasant experience. I went 4-0, then split in the finals, so that was a good time. And I did pretty well in the qualifier weekend. I ended up going 4-2, and it's okay. I was playing Boros Heroic, my beloved beatdown deck. Maybe the coolest thing that happened was I played against Autumn Burchett in round 1, and I managed to win, which, I don't know if everyone can say that. Most people that play against Autumn do not have that privilege. So then again, it was a good matchup for my deck, so that was pretty fun. And my Tybalt this week is that I broke my glasses. I usually wear glasses, not often on the show because headphones and glasses don't mix that well. But let me know what your Teferi and Tybalt are, either in Discord or the comments. So, some new bounties. We announced these, last week, 2 weeks ago? But people are already starting to post. Someone already cast Cruel Ultimatum on day 1 of the format. That's awesome. I think it was during a pre-release. And I think the Perfect Shot was claimed as well. But I haven't actually seen any Just Desserts yet. It feels like that one should be pretty common. By the way, for Murders at Karlov Manor, we have our winners. Spurlow with... was it 30 points? Takes first place. Sirkovitz, friend of the show, promised there was no inside collusion. You can check the bounty boards. He did earn 27 points. And Manu's Monster with, I believe, 21 points. I'll have to hit you guys up and send you some packs your way. And this is episode 200. I wanted to share some stats. Now, according to Spotify, we have had over 30,000 plays. That's, almost 31,000 by the time this episode is done. wild. I am unbelievably honored, and it's so cool. And honestly, what a great payoff for just a bunch of people that love Limited and just love jamming Draft Chaff. Something I thought was pretty cool. In the last 30 days, we were Spotify searched almost 700 times. It's pretty great. that's cool. Like something, a fun project that we came up with has had this kind of impact. And actually, something I noticed on Twitter, we're only 6 followers away from 500, which would be, pretty sweet to hit that at the same time as 200. So, for again, those that haven't followed us on Twitter, go and hit that up. Let us get past that 500. With that, let's get into some games. We are up against junk mail. I feel like I'm often up against junk mail. Bit of a mediocre hand. Really would like a 2-drop, but this is one of those it's close. You really just can't afford to mulligan a hand like this. Plus, we have a lot of 2-drops. Hopefully, we just top deck the. What do we want to top deck most here? I guess the Roadrunner. Oh, my opponent has a 1-drop. All right, so be it. We're hoping to go wide and hopefully just go a little wider. Actually, okay, blue-red, that does feel like a good matchup for red-white. They're going to be doing a lot of spell casting, whereas we're going to be doing a lot of building out the board. We're at the prickly pear. Love these cactus folk. Not super likely they're going to be able to double spell this turn to get a counter on the Razzdazzler, so I am liking my attack with the prickly pear next turn. Maybe they can't even attack with the lackey. If they do, I'm not. Whoa. Okay. I mean, they obviously have something here. I'm not blocking that. What do you got? Plotting. Irascible Wolverine. All right. This is the downside of getting that sort of this sort of hand. We are getting a little flooded here. Think this might be a time for the Mind Raider to help us. Maybe if we top deck like another 3-drop, we can get there. We do control mercenaries. We do have the Derailment as well, so maybe we get to do Prickly Pear and Derailment next turn. Here it doesn't really matter what we do. We can just swing with both. We made some adjustments. I can hit L to show phases. Doesn't seem to be working. Huh. I mean, it seems like Arena's been glitching out a little bit today. Some of the cards apparently don't have text on them properly. So they hit their Thunder Salvo. Yeah, gonna hit the Mind Raider. We got the treasure at least. Archmage's Newt. This thing is like a little Snapcaster type deal. Helicourser, nice draw. Do we care about this? They have to saddle 3. They could do that with their Wolverine and flashback the salvo. That seems pretty good. We'll leave up Derailment then. I think I'd like to play the Courser. Really, we need to start attacking with that if we want to win this game. Of course, we also kind of need to be attacking them. But they just have better attacks than we do right now. Think I'm going to swing in with the pair. I'd be very surprised to see a block here. What I'm hoping and or expecting to see, well, it does have to hit me. I think it is best to just run out the pair here, hope they make a bad attack, and then attempt to Derailment so that the Courser can get in next turn. I mean, what are they going to do? Burn a kill spell on the... Whoa. That is a little spooky. I mean, we can't let the Newt hit us. We're swinging for 8, so they still be 6. Otherwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could have +2 to all creatures. That'd be 12. I don't actually think I mind if that happens. I guess I do. We can't really allow that to happen. So I guess we want to trade. I think I just want to jump here. I think they have the +2/+0 to all creatures. I'm going to play around that by chump blocking. Nothing. Interesting. Why'd they attack like this? Alright, well, I mean, this is a good time for the explosive Derailment. I assume they would trade their Rodeo Pyromancers for my Courser. Let's see what it exiles first. Something cheap? Oh, can I play it? I can play it. Okay. I don't know if that lets me plot it or not. I guess either way I'm going to want to cast it this turn. Let's see if they trade. I don't think I'd mind that here. No, they decide not to. Makes sense. They must have something. All right, we land. We just cast that thing, and I think we'll leave up the derailment. That's a shame. We really wanted to plot that and snipe down the Wolverine. The Razzle Dazzler is going to get a little scary at some point here. Ooh, Malcolm. Going to take some damage in the air. At this point, honestly, I kind of want to see a full attack, and then maybe we top deck a Haster or something. And they have floating mana off the Pyromancers. It's a cool card. They did have the pump spell. Okay. So they're doing this now, I guess, to pump the Razzle Dazzler. Oh, because that exiles the top card and they can play it. Don't really know if that makes a big difference. I haven't done the math yet. Let's see if we survive this. Deal 4 to the unblockable one. That also has 5 power. Taking 4 in the air. What's the most we can take here? 9. So I do have to double block. I gotta block 2 things. There's no way either of them can live. So I guess we want to chump then. So we'll trade with the Wolverine. Chump the Rodeo. We take 7. Ugh. Ugh. Go to 3. Take up the shield. Give something lifelink. Now this is an interesting use case of take up the shield. Do I just attack, give it lifelink, and let me gain back the life, but then lose a blocker? That doesn't seem great. Let's cast the Wolverine. Worst case, I just don't play what I have exiled with it. The only thing I would play is like a land. I gotta leave up take up the shield here. Yeah, okay. I don't think I can afford an attack with the Courser, but how else do I win? Let's say they full swing. Problem is that they leave a blocker back. I don't really want to die to a kill spell, but I guess I have to take up the shield. Can I win this game without attacking here? So if I leave back the Wolverine, I swing in for the 4 here. Puts them to 6. They swing back with the Malcolm and a pump spell I die. Malcolm and Lackey I block. All 3 I block this, eat that. Go up to 7 and I take 3, so I go to 4. And then on the backswing I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. We sort of just have to hope they have literally nothing. The alternative here is I cast the... Oh, that is a great draw here. I think I really just have to fire it off, but I could, if I cast Take Up the Shield, counter goes on this. Ooh. Put a counter on this. I gain the 5. They got blue. Like, if they have a bounce spell, I'm dead anyway, right? Let's do it. Because the Malcolm is not a great blocker. They get priority because they can crack the clue. Now, this thing deals 4 here. And I don't have to worry about the Wolverine because that thing can just eat the 1/2. Nice. Okay, good thing we attack with the Courser. Really interesting line there. And now we're back up to 8. They have 4 cards in hand, though. This is a close one. What do you got, opponent? What do you got? Wolverine. Whiff? It's not quite a whiff. I mean, that's a solid blocker. They can't block and sack their existing one, though. Although I guess if they play that, they're not likely to use their mana very efficiently this turn. Okay. Salvo. Kind of needed my Courser to stay alive. Ooh, attacks. That's brave. What do I have that gets me out of this? I mean, wait. Why are they attacking with the lackey? Am I... Sorry, opponent. Day one. Ooh, Roadrunner. I can make this into a force block. Wolverine on Wolverine. Yeah. The Malcolm has haste, funny enough. So this thing can actually block the Wolverine. Maybe I just don't attack with... No, I need to make them block with their Wolverine. Let's pump that. Activate the ability. Make it a force block on the Wolverine. This is so close. Oh, man. This is ridiculously close. Come on. Nothing, opponent. The thing is, the Malcolm has haste, though, so it can block the Wolverine. If I could top deck Ride Down. Another Wolverine. Oh, man. They're just drawing so many cards. Crown? They weren't dead. No, Junk Mail. Come back. You could have blocked. You were not dead at all. Okay. Well, what happens if I reroute one of their kill spells? Thunder Salvo. Copying Outlaws Fury. They have multiple Thunder Salvos. I want Trick Shot. Copy or change the target of a single spell with a single target. This is just too cute. I don't think it's worth trying. Let's just try to win the old-fashioned way. Wow, that was a close game. Alright, now we have the opposite problem, a 2-lander rather than a 4-lander. Think we just keep, though. I mean, we can plot the Sheriff on 2, hopefully kill something on 3. Paid off. Could always just do the Mine Raider, but we wouldn't get the treasure. Alright, bit of a slow red-white start here. We have the Longhorn Sharpshooter, which seems great against their deck. They have like a million X2s. Unfortunately, most of them draw cards. What are they plotting? Plotting a Wolverine, of course. Well, I'm definitely not playing the Sheriff. And I'm definitely not playing the Sharpshooter. I think I'm just going to run out of the 3-2 Trampler. It's not good. I am going to wait on the Sheriff. I'd like this thing to get a little bigger. Say we top deck the Posse next turn. Then this thing becomes like a 5-5. They flipped an island. What you got? Crown. I can Journey to Nowhere the Crown. I really have to get rid of that thing ASAP. I also have Explosive Derailment. That uses my mana a little better. I can't risk them drawing a card off Crown. I have to take care of it this turn. I think Derailment is the most efficient use of my mana. Of course, Journey to Nowhere means that next turn I could take up the shield. I think I want to Derailment this. We didn't really see a lot of artifacts. They can make a clue, maybe. I think we'll just do that. Do I want to attack here? It's not as simple a question. I have a Sheriff plotted. I think we're both aggressive enough that I don't mind a trade here. Knowing that I have many ways to make multiple bodies in my deck. Yeah, it was a tough call for the opponent too there, it looked like. That's probably good for me because I have the Sharpshooter. Issue is, my Take Up the Shield and Journey both would use my single white mana. I wouldn't mind a Plains here. Yeah, I mean that's basically the same reason that I attack, because I could potentially... Ooh, I can't quite do all of the things that I want to this turn. But I can do some. Yeah. I can start doing some cool stuff. Alright, I think I'm going to start by plotting this. Snipe 2 here. Ooh, they have a 1 mana thing. I don't know the tricks yet. Will it cost 1 blue? And now next turn, I get to have a pretty slick sequence. Oh, no creature, okay. Ooh, Roadrunner 2. Alright. Let's... I could even plot this. No, I think I wanna get in for some damage this turn. Let's slam a bunch of creatures. So we'll just... Yeah, I want to get in for damage. Let's just cast the show off. Cast the Roadrunner. Oh, this is a big turn. I'm storming off. Cast the Sharpshooter. And play a 2-mana 4/4 with just a little bit of a delay on it. Then get in for 3. If they do nothing here, I feel pretty great about this game. They wasted 6 mana. Oh, man. Alright. The deck was effective.